I don't know whether it's different on the actual website.
Here we go. I'm getting all the messages now. Oh, people saying they've got us loud and clear. Well done, guys. If any of you that have got us loud and clear, hello, by the way. Sorry for my slightly grouchy attitude. Any of you that have got, if you've got a link to the commentary, could you post it to me, please? Because even the BBC can't find it at the moment. Ooh, well done, Sheila Brinkworth. Your little beauty. I'll send it to you, Jew, and then if any others are asking. Well done, Sheila. Sheila, could you do me a massive favour? You might have done it already, but could you pop it in the Aldershot Facebook forum, the Aldershot Town Football Club one? I'll do it in the Strays one now, as I think you're local and you're probably not in that one. Right, we're in business. I've posted it in the Stray Shots site. You've got it. Thank you, Mike Brown, as well, who also found us. He says it was as easy to find as last season. Fair play to you, Mike. I'm the one who normally moans. It's in the same place every week, but it isn't. It's not there. Welcome back, everybody. Is it really 2 days short of 3 months since Wembley? Where has that time gone? Julian Walters alongside me.
Hi Rob, hi everybody. It's just flown by for me, to be honest. Absolutely flown by, and really excited to be here today and to see all of our new signings, see how they perform.
The ones who are fit anyway. Most of them are, to be fair, but Aldershot have done it again. Somebody will correct me on this. I think it's 4 seasons out of 5 that we've had a new centre back that's got a season ender or a long-term injury in pre-season. It happened to Mag Homer. Luke Jenkins last year made it half a dozen games in before he got it. Ollie Harfield obviously went out early on in the season, didn't he? Might have even been in the second or third game. This season, of course, it's Josh Brooking. You go back, it was Carly Osborne, it was Kev Locko. 4 seasons out of 5, I'd say. The one really kind of big hope as a centre-back signing, the one with a bit of experience, etc. Crocked in pre-season, and of course with Ollie Scott, Ollie Harfield, Luke Jenkins all still out as well. It's a bit of a tradition now, isn't it, Julian?
It is, and the problem with it is that there isn't a never-ending budget. So you have to be really careful as to how you respond to injuries. And obviously, I have no information on the budget, but you wonder whether they just keep a little bit back for these sort of things happening. And as you quite rightly pointed out, it's happening more often than not at the moment.
Certainly is. For you early birds listening, I'll just run through the team in a second, and then not in the next few minutes, Julian and I will be having a little bit of a chat about the game ahead, the season ahead, for our radio listeners as well, and we'll probably focus that mainly on the new players that are starting today, and there are 6 debutants in the starting lineup today, and there's 3 new ones on the bench as well. 4 if you want to count Pat Nash, who I'm not sure has played competitively other than perhaps Hampshire Senior Cup for Aldershot yet. Alti have got their injury issues too, and it's also at the back. They're missing a couple of his experienced players in Lewis Baines and Jake Cooper, but they've signed a centre-back on loan yesterday that's previously looked good against Aldershot, Dan Sassy. We're not properly on air yet, listeners, which is why we're chit-chatting a little bit. I'm Rob Worrell alongside Miss Julian Walters, who... How many games did you do in the end last year? Was it half a dozen or so?
Yeah, I think it was 6. Dare I say I'm still unbeaten?
I wasn't going to mention it, to be honest. That applause is for the Altrincham players coming off the pitch at the end of their warm-up. Although prior to that, and not picked up by our sound effects microphone, the Aldershot town team had departed the pitch and got a good reception from what I'd have to say at the moment, Julian, is a smattering of Shots fans over on the far side. I'm sure there's a few down by the tea hut, behind the stand, out of sight at the moment. Thank you. Just 100, 120 or so Altrincham fans, Shots fans at the moment. We're going to go on air on radio now with a preview. Certainly am, Adrian. Thank you very much. I've got Julian Walters alongside me. Would you believe 6 games he's done co-commentary now, and he's unbeaten. I'm not sure how much longer you can keep that going for, Julian. But turning the focus to the Shots team today, it's got 6 debutants in the starting lineup. Just give us a little flavour of those new players.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Some really interesting signings the Shots have made over the summer. I'm particularly looking forward to seeing Ben Jackson, big, tall centre half. Has come in from Brighton. Some good experience. He's only young, but he's had some experience. He's played most of last season in the Scottish Championship, getting some game time there. So yeah, he, by all accounts, has slotted in really well into the back three during the pre-season friendlies. Some really interesting players here. I've picked out particularly Ryan Hill, who's come in from Dagenham. Ryan is probably going to be playing on the right side in a wing back role. Dagenham supporters loved him last season, so that's going to be a really strong signing. Jed Meerholtz has joined us as well from Bristol City. He's a bit of an unknown quantity, but is a young guy who's finding his feet and not too much game time on his hands, but again a really good touch, and I think he's going to be quite impressive. We think, Rob, he's going to be in the back three
alongside Jackson and Claridge. Yeah, he's on loan from Bristol City, Claridge from Watford, and then you've got Matt Penny, who's played higher up the ladder but had a difficult couple of years with injury, but he did play as high as Sheffield Wednesday. And then finally, before we hand back, new striker up top for the Shots today, Tristan Abrahams. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sorry. No, I think it might even be spelt differently. I'm not 100% sure. I don't need to double check that. But no relation to Steve Claridge, I don't think. Yeah, interesting little spot, wasn't it? Given the history that Steve Claridge has at Aldershot and many other clubs as well. Yes, absolutely. So the existing management team, or 3 of the 4 that were here last year, Dave, Hugo and Tommy, have all signed 2-year extensions. That'll take Tommy to a 4th and a 5th season at Aldershot. Of course, the first one was only 6 games. And then Dowse has come in. Yeah, Alan Dowson. Yes, the former Woking manager. It's been a poorly kept secret, to be fair. He's been with the Shot squad throughout the whole of pre-season, but he was announced in the last 24-48 hours, helping to replace the departing Richard Dryden, who's gone to Yeovil this season. So we welcome the former Woking manager Alan Dowson with open arms. There you go, Julian. I said it live on air, didn't I? We welcome. I mean, listen, we talked about this It's been drip fed in. I think people have got used to it over a few weeks, but there's no way that Tommy lets somebody like Alan Dowson into his inner sanctum, an ex-manager of the rivals up the road, unless he really believes he can add something.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those that know Alan Dowson, he's been around the block. I even remember him some 20 years ago when he was managing Walton and Hersham. So he's been there, seen it and done it, and he will bring something slightly different to the backroom team. And he's not afraid to step up and say what he thinks as well. So I think he's going to be a really, really important support to Tommy, and may even just take a little bit of the pressure off Tommy in certain situations, which, bearing in mind what happened last season with his health, can only be a good thing.
Absolutely. I just want to give a shout out for somebody who sadly departed us since that win at Wembley, actually. Claire Alice has messaged me, and she said that her dad Brian Joy was a lifelong Shot supporter since 1964, and he sadly passed away at the beginning of June after a long battle with cancer. And Claire just asked if we could mention him today, and it's very sad, isn't it, because I actually know of one or two other Shot supporters who've passed away over the summer, and thankfully got to see that Wembley moment. Of course, on that day at Wembley, in our thoughts, in our hearts, in our minds were people who'd left us in the last year or two and sadly missed out on that wonderful occasion.
Yeah, and that's typical of Shot supporters, isn't it? I've been following them for God knows how long, and my dad and my granddad before that, and that's one of the things that really stood out for me at Wembley as well, was not only the 20,000 that were there, but also the people that were representing others as well. And we just hope that the boys can obviously deliver something really worthwhile this season too.
Both sides have completed their warm-up. We're 8 minutes away from kick-off, and we'll get fully underway in the next couple of minutes. Julian Walters and myself, Rob Worrell, we will kick off the 25-26 season here at Altrincham, Moss Lane. With you shortly. You all good, Julian? Yeah.
Yeah.
You all good? All set? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then, a warm welcome to the new season on a warm day, in fact 19-20 degrees, not too warm. Julian, he sat in a t-shirt alongside me. I've got a long sleeve but thin top on, and the first thing we have to point out, looking out to the pitch there, Julian, and you'll have been to Alty I'm sure before, beautiful lush green grass, and probably the best I've ever seen this football pitch.
I was going to say the same thing, Rob. I don't think I've ever seen it looking as good as this. They've obviously put a lot of effort into it, and it's going to play really well today. I'm really looking forward to seeing a Shots team that will probably try and pass the ball around. So the surface is absolutely perfect for it.
We've got some youngsters waving red and white striped flags with the Alty crest on them, ready to greet the players when they come out. It's 5-3 healthy crowd in here at Moss Lane. Glad to say that the Shots supporters over on the right hand side behind the goal on the open terrace have thickened up in their number somewhat. You can see the grey hair, almost white hair of my brother Patrick Worrell over there. And here come the Shots and the Robins to get the 2025-26 season started here at Moss Lane in what is now called the Enterprise National League. Moved on from Vanarama to Enterprise, still in the same sphere really, aren't they? But the Shots in all yellow with a fine black pinstripe, and Alti with chiefly red and white, but also a few black stripes on their shirts, black shorts and white socks. The two sides shaking hands now. Forgive me just settling in while I've got the PA system in my ear and the radio in my ear. And very shortly Mr. Julian Walters in my ear. Good afternoon again, Julian.
Hi Rob, good afternoon to you. Really looking forward to today's game. It's that first game of the season where everybody has really high hopes, and the enthusiasm and excitement of a new season just seems to get better every year for me.
You said you're looking forward to seeing Ryan Hill play. By the way, listeners, this might surprise you if you know me. I've only seen one pre-season game of the Shots. I saw about half an hour or so of the very first run out at Badshotleigh as I was passing through, and then I watched the game at Dorking, where the Shots were certainly on their game. They kept a clean sheet and they took their chances when they came along, or Josh Barrett did. But from the new signings, 6 of whom start today, I'm looking forward to. You're looking forward to seeing Ryan Hill in particular. I'm looking forward to having a good look at Matt Penny, who has played and has the ability to play at a much higher level, but has suffered some unfortunate injury problems. A Sheffield Wednesday supporting friend of mine said they were very excited when he was there, and they saw him as perhaps a potential second-tier Gareth Bale. That's rich praise indeed.
Yeah, he's got a really cultured left foot, and I think he's going to bring some real quality to this left-hand side. Whether he plays in the left-hand side of the back three or whether he comes out to wing back, which I think we will probably see him in that position today. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing that quality left foot in action today.
The Shots are going to have kick-off in their all-yellow strip, kicking away from their supporters behind the goal on the open terrace in the first half. They line up as follows: Dewhurst in goal, Mearholes, Jackson and Claridge the back three. Across the middle, left to right, Penny, Widrington, Tetek and Ryan Hill, and then Josh Barrett and Cam Hargreaves pushing up in support of Tristan Abrahams. Something Hargreaves did to good effect at Dorking that day I saw them pre-season. He will press high and he'll press hard and he'll try and unload Alti, who will like to play out from the back. They do have a very experienced side out themselves, although they have a new look front line. As we await the referee's whistle to get us underway, Hutchinson in goal, a back four left to right of Reed, Sassy, Banks and Golden. Isaac Marriott and Tom Crawford in the middle. Keaton Ward playing behind James Gale, with Carell Reddin on the left and Ollie Crankshaw on the right. In fact, they've started the other way round, with Reddin on the right and Crankshaw on the left. Still, we await the referee's whistle, and that's probably because it's still 2:59. We were overly ready, weren't we, for the new season?
We were certainly ready, Rob.
I think the first game of the season and the last have to kick off all at the same time, don't they? Finally, referee Niall Smith checks with his goalkeepers at either end, has a final tot-up of the number of players, gives the odd thumbs up to his assistant referees, and now is going to blow his whistle, and Josh Barrett, who pretty much finished last season for Aldershot, is going to kick it off, and he immediately goes back to Marcus Dewhurst, who's playing in a blue strip with black stripes. Aldershot can't win it cleanly, but Mearholes sends the ball out to the left to Penny. Good touch from him. Heavy one, difficult one for Theo Widrington, who gives away the first free kick of the season 17 seconds in. The shot skipper for the day, Theo Widrington, maybe for the season, we don't know, nothing's been announced, so we'll just take it one game at a time. Certainly it's Widrington who's got that white armband on today. Good shutting down there for Tristan Abrahams. He stops Alty getting forward in their own half, but he puts the ball into touch for a throw. And I'm not quite sure whether they're going to have to retake that, because for some reason Tyler Golden, I think that is over there. Now, spoke to Tom here, who's working on the Radio Robbins commentary, and he did wonder where Tyler Golden was going to play. Looks to me, as if he is the left-sided centre-back, of the three. Let's keep an eye on that. Here's Alty winning the ball, but Ryan Hill then wins it back, and then Claridge wins it, feeds it to Hargreaves. Hargreaves back to Ben Jackson. Across to Jed Mearholes, who carries the ball out to the left and then sends it down the line. It's almost cut out. He's picked up by the Alty number 23, Tyler Golden. Just getting my Goldens and my Reeds mixed up there. Here's Reddin coming down the right side up against Penny, tries to get his cross in, and he gets it in, but it's hooked up and clear by Claridge, helped on by Hill, who finds Hargreaves, who's fouled from behind. Free kick to the shots, but Reddin, first opportunity, good feet, got his cross in, and Claridge was on hand to clear it up and away, but lovely ball in from Reddin.
Yeah, he's a tricky customer. He's left-footed and right-footed. He started down the right-hand side. He took on Matt Penny there and got a great ball into the back, but luckily for shots, James Claridge was in the right position to head the ball clear.
Good strength from Abrahams, but he can't win it cleanly off of Sassy, making his debut, only signed in the last 24 hours. And now Claridge has given the ball away in midfield. He was looking for Theo Widrington. Reddin's picked it up. He's running against Mearholes now. Mearholes trying to show him one way then the other. Inside, shot comes in. It's parried away by Dewhurst and picked up by Crankshaw on the left-hand side, but the shot came in from Tom Crawford, and here we are just a couple of minutes in, 3 minutes in. Crawford with the first shot of the season, and Marcus Dewhurst was equal to it, Julian.
Yeah, Crawford found a bit of space on the edge of the box there, and a really nice right-footed side foot. Looked like it was arrowing into the corner, but Dewhurst was well in position, was able to parry it away.
Here's Ryan Hill just shepherding a long ball forward from Altrincham, watching it bounce a couple of times and find touch. So we're into the 4th minute now. It's 0-0 between Altrincham and Aldershot. The two A's meeting on the first day of the season. It just feels right, that, doesn't it, Julian?
It feels very, very alphabetical, doesn't it?
I tell you what doesn't feel right, and I'm so over it, but Carlisle, Truro and Gateshead away all in the space of 2 weeks. Coming up just 3 or 4 weeks into the season. Another debut of sorts on Tuesday night, listeners. It's only National League Cup, but the shots are at home to Brighton, and Mr. Steve Gibbs, who may or may not be listening right now, is going to have my equipment, and he is going to be commentating for the first time in his 73-year Aldershot Town media career. And that's because I've been honoured to be given the gig of commentating on Swansea against Crawley in the EFL Cup on Tuesday evening by BBC Sussex. So good luck, Steve, on Tuesday. At the moment, it's all about the National League, and Josh Barrett pinging a lovely ball out to the right side to Ryan Hill. Chests it down. Now he's going to go up against Reed, prods the ball forward. Not quite sure if he was looking for Hargreaves or someone else, but it didn't come off. Alty clear it into touch, throw into shots. Claridge well forward to take it. 20 yards or so. In fact, it's taken by Hill. Back to Claridge. Aldershot just inside the Alty half. They elect to go back. Passing the ball all the way back through Claridge to Dewhurst. Dewhurst to Mearholes. He hangs it up. Abrahams will chase. Abrahams has just got an arm on the shoulder of Dan Sassy, and referee Niall Smith spots that and immediately blows for an infringement. I wonder if Tristan Abrahams, a little bit like Kwame Thomas when he starts, is one of those that's an easy target for a ref, and as soon as he sees him put his hands on anybody, he's going to blow up.
Yeah, I think so. He's obviously quite physical, and similar similar to Thomas in that state, but that was down to a long ball knocked over the top, which he was chasing.
Here's Gale holding it up at the other end on the left-hand side. Exchanges passes with Reed. Aldershot almost win it through Claridge, and then there's a foul. But I think the referee plays on. Strange decision that. But Abrahams is holding the ball up. Does well. Goes back to Hargreaves, who's buffeted from behind. And then Tetek and Claridge try and tow the ball back to Jackson. One of them found him. Jackson finds Jed Meerholtz. Good reports on Meerholtz through the Josh Stokes and Mark Stokes combination. He's a Bristol City loanee, of course, and Josh thinks highly of Jed. Here's the ball bouncing down at the other end. Hargreaves has got just hands on the back of Sam Reed, and again the ref spots it and gives the free kick. It's not a lot, but it gives you a flavour for what kind of ref he's going to be, because that kind of gentle hands-on stuff, many referees don't give them anymore, Julian, do they?
Yeah, he's set out this stall quite early, which is probably the right thing to do. But the interesting thing for me there was how within the first 6 minutes, Hargreaves has been the one to make the forward runs. Tetek and Witherington sort of holding the central midfield role.
Ben Jackson does well, just eases into the back of one of the Alti forwards. I think it was James Gale, and that allows the ball to go over his head to Dewhurst. What kind of blue would you call that kit that Dewhurst's got? Because it's not sky, it's not navy. Is it mid-blue? Electric blue, mate? It's not quite electric blue. Again, another very, very minor physical coming together between Abrahams. You can't believe a free kick's been given against him. Trouble is, in then showing a bit of dissent for that, you can pretty much guarantee, Julian, the next 50-50 will go against him as well now.
Yeah, you've got to be careful at this sort of stage in the game. Early doors, the ref desperate to stamp his authority on the game, and you don't want to give away a needless free kick. Just with regard to Dewhurst's shirt, I'm surprised actually, because it's pretty much the same colour as the ref.
I'm missing the usual chap that does the PA here at Altrincham, who comes out of his box away to our right and absolutely berates anybody that gets up and walks across this press box in front of us, and we've just had 4 go straight past us. Luckily we didn't miss any of the action. Alti have got it with their own goalkeeper, and they send it forward, and it's pretty aimless. Message in from Gary Michael D, says, "Hi Rob, here we go again. They say the absence makes the heart grow fonder. My 55-year love affair continues. Come on, you shots." A little tip from Derek Gerrard, who says if you want to find the commentary, go to BBC League Tables and then click on Aldershot. That's a new approach. I like that one. Another petty foul given against Aldershot just inside their own half. And basically, I would sum up the initial 9 minutes by saying everything that was absolutely fair play last year suddenly isn't. I don't know if we've had a change in rules or it's just this referee's take on it.
We don't want the ref to be the star of the show, do we? But at the moment he has made quite a few of these early decisions.
Shots play it forward. Hargreaves tries to help it on, but it only goes to an Alti player. It's cut out again by Theo Witherington. Sent forward by Aldershot. Only can find Reed. Here's Ollie Crankshaw, the former Hatter at Stockport. He's beaten one. He's got to the byline, and he's played it in off the shots player, back off of Crankshaw, and behind the field of play for a goal kick to the shots. Colin Hayden has messaged in from Tenerife, as I think Lindsay Morris did a minute ago as well. He was over and saw the Billericay game pre-season. Hi Rob, says Colin. Hope you had a great summer hearing you loud and clear in sunny Tenerife. Here's another petty foul given against Aldershot just inside the Altrincham half. It's played quickly out to the left-hand side to Crankshaw. Crankshaw inside into the area. Shot comes in now, and it's steered in by Reddin. The shot came in from Keaton Ward. It was beaten away. Reddin steered in the rebound, and in the 10th minute, Altrincham are ahead. They've got the first goal here of the new National League season. It's Kyrell Reddin who's got it. A simple follow-up job from inside the area, and it is Altrincham 1, Aldershot Town 0. Julian Walters.
Yeah, they've used Ollie Crankshaw a couple of times now. The ball was floated out to him. He's beaten his man. The ball's come in. Dewhurst has done as best he can, but Carl Redding was all on his own to steer the ball into an empty net. It's 1-0.
Alty, who've traditionally not started the season too well in 2 of the last 3 seasons, off to a terrific start. The main frustration in the opening 10 minutes is just how many petty fouls have been given against Aldershot. It must be close to double figures, at least 7 or 8 already. And it was from another one of those that Alty broke. Crankshaw did well initially, and it looked like the danger had been averted, but there has indeed been an early goal here at Moss Lane, and it's gone to the home side. Carol Redding with the goal. A little bit of a counter-attack. Aldershot have had plenty of the ball, but every time they've had hands on any Alty player, the referee has blown up for a foul, which has really disrupted the opening 10 minutes. But Carol Redding won't worry about that. He followed up Keaton Ward's shot and put it into the empty net. And 11 minutes gone now. Altrincham 1, Aldershot Town 0.
Yeah, you could argue that actually it was a little bit unfair, but to be fair to Alty, they have been on the front foot from the first moment. So yeah, you could probably argue that they perhaps do deserve to be ahead.
I don't know about that. I don't think there'd been a chance created in the game until then, realistically. Very, very little in it, but that's absolutely fine, Julian. There's only 10 minutes into the season, and we can certainly disagree. My attention, if not the Aldershot Town players, has been hang on, another effort here. It's well saved by Dewhurst. It's James Gale strode onto a bouncing ball 25 yards out and went for the early effort. Dewhurst was off his line, but thankfully not too much, and at full stretch he's tipped it behind for a corner. The shots could have found themselves 2-0 down. Wonderful save from Dewhurst.
He's kept us in the game effectively there. Gale was free from his Marcos, found some space, looked to lob the keeper, but Dewhurst was equal to it. It's now corner.
Corner comes in, it's headed back across. A little bit of a fight there. Players go down. Theo Widrington clears the ball. Out to the right hand side. There's 3 Alty defenders, 2 shots players. Here's Tristan Abraham shutting down. Ball played forward has found Widrington, who sends it out to the left, and it's well cut out by Alty. The counter attack is on again here with the goal scorer Redding down the right hand side, and Penny's now come back to help Meerholtz and Tetek. The shot's up against it. Alty have scored with their first chance. Dewhurst saved the second, and now he's got the ball in his hands. And it's the immortal words. Just now, after going 1-0 down, nearly 2, the shots have got to stay in the game, Julian.
Yeah, we just need to slow the tempo down a little bit. Alty have got their tails up and they're fighting for everything as they should do. But there's another free kick there.
And that's a proper foul, but it was preceded by 2 Altrincham players with their hands pulling on Hill and no free kick given. And all you ask, Julian, is consistency. If the ref's going to ref like that, then give them all.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just hope that it does settle down a bit, and we can start to get a foothold in the game, because it's just a little bit bitty at the moment, and it's definitely going in Alty's favour, this tempo that they're playing at the moment.
Yeah, I'll always call it as I see it. And the last thing I want to do inside the first 15 minutes of the season is start getting on a referee, but I don't like referees who stop it for every little thing. But if you're going to do that, you be consistent with it at both ends of the pitch. Here's Hargreaves helping the ball on, but it's cleared up and away by Reed. Comes down, and now Ryan Hill should get there first. He plays it back to Claridge. Claridge plays it forward looking for Hargreaves, but Alty have won it again. Crankshaw takes the ball on a half leap on the head, heads it into his own path. He's now coming inside, and there's good control from Keaton Ward. He tries a shot, and it's just high, just wide, and it may have been deflected there because it's gone behind for another corner to Altrincham. And after a pretty mediocre pre-season for them, their fans have been ignited in this opening quarter of an hour. Julian Walters.
Again, started with Ollie Crankshaw. He found some space down the left-hand side. He's a tricky customer, and with Kenton Ward sort of making those runs from midfield, just finding a bit of space, he was on the edge of the box. It held a lovely shot, but as you said, took a deflection. It's gone for a corner. We just need to sort of hang tight here and make sure we don't concede again.
Hang tight, hang tough. Basically, hang. In comes the corner, headed away at the near post by Ryan Hill towards Hargreaves, who heads it further away, but not much further away. It's picked up by Keaton Ward. Lovely ball around the corner to Crankshaw, who's on the right now. Ryan Hill stands up really well against him, wins the ball and comes away with the ball. Now he's got Hargreaves just inside of him. Aldershot looking to counter-attack, but good read by Keaton Ward, who then a good read by Theo Widrington wins the ball back. Hill plays it up to Barrett, inside, back to Hill. Hill back to Theo Widrington, finds Barrett. Barrett, ball forward, cut out easily by Tyler Golden. And then is it a throw or a free kick given against Matt Penny? It's just a throw to Alty. 16 and a half minutes gone. Robbins 1, Shots 0. And nothing in the first 10 minutes for me until Alty scored, but they've definitely been. It's really boosted them, that goal. Scoring with their first chance, and it could have been 2 or 3 now.
Yeah, their pre-season hasn't gone particularly well, so I think the fact that they've taken an early lead has given them a real boost, and they are looking pretty confident and assured at the moment.
A few other goals in the National League already, but we've had a fairly high tempo start here, so I'll get to them in just a moment. Braintree taking the lead against Halifax Town. That was Lewis Walker, the former Woking striker, in just the 3rd minute. Southend 1-0 up away at Gateshead. That goal also came from Austin, signed from Notts County. Solihull Moors 1-0 up as well. Here's Barrett, edge of the area, pings it out to the left side, but it's too heavy. Solihull Moors have had Lipswich sent off after just 6 minutes, but then ironically they've now taken the lead consequently to that against Forest Green. Scunthorpe are 1-0 up at Tamworth. Danny Whitehall not taking too long to introduce himself back. And York City, huge favourites for the league title, have taken the lead. And it wouldn't take many guesses to get the name of the goal scorer from the penalty spot. 34 goals last season and 1 already for Ollie Pearce.
He's going to be at the top of the goal scoring list for sure, isn't he?
Although Regan Linney, formerly of these parts, is at Carlisle, and he's a hot favourite to be amongst the top scorers as well. Here's Alty as the sun burns through again, playing it forward. And the ball they've just played forward now for Julian, for me, was all they did in the opening 10 minutes. And Aldershot dealt with it easy. But when they turn over the possession and they turn you and they get a man free, they're dangerous, and they've hurt Aldershot when they've done that. Penny half wins the first ball, but doesn't see where it's coming down. Gale slips it down the right hand side. Aldershot appeal for an offside, not given. Redding tries to get the cross in. It's cut out by Ben Jackson. Julian, clean sheets are a bit of a rarity for Aldershot, particularly on their travels, and sadly for the Shots, theirs only lasted 9.5 minutes today.
Yeah, the front three of Alty are causing us problems, no doubt about it. We've got to find a solution to it.
Throw in down by the corner flag, away to our right. Alty 1, Shots 0. We're in the 20th minute. The goal came in the 10th from Carell Redding, who's battling for the ball there, but Theo Widrington, skipper in the Shots today, puts the ball away. Meerholtz goes in with an Alty player on the corner of the penalty area, and thankfully he gets some of the ball because he actually took Gale down as well. Referee didn't see anything untoward, but Alty have picked up the loose ball. Reeds gives it to Crankshaw on the left side, and good play from Alty until they come up to Ryan Hill, who again has got a foot in and won the ball back. And I think he's signed for his attacking talents, Ryan Hill, but he's actually been quite combative on both flanks in the opening 20 minutes and won the ball back twice for Shots.
Yeah, he's in a bit of a tricky situation because of Crankshaw down the left-hand side there. He's not sure whether to sort of drop back in when we haven't got the ball or whether to become the free player. But the problem we're finding at the moment is that we're finding it really hard to get it up to Abrahams. It's just not happening at the moment.
Here's Claridge doing well, just stooping to head the ball, and then he gets it under control at the second attempt, sends it forward down the line. Aldershot win a throw. Ryan Hill takes no more than 2 steps forward and takes a quick throw, and the referee pulls him back. Maybe it wasn't the 2 steps, maybe it's where he took it from. Woking had taken the lead against Carlisle, but it only lasts for about 15 seconds. The goal has been disallowed. What about this for a scoreline in the National League South? Chippenham 2, Dorking Wanderers 0 in the first 20 minutes. Torquay also 2-0 up against Enfield. Here's Aldershot in possession, just inside the Alti half. Tetek sprays it out to the left to Meerholtz. Meerholtz plays it forward looking for Penny. He can't win it cleanly, but he wins the knockdown. Theo Widdrington lifts the ball over the top, and it just drifts out of play. No way that Penny could have got to that. And it'll be a goal kick to Altrincham. Time check, 21.5 minutes gone, so almost halfway through the first half of the first game of the season. Altrincham 1, Shots 0. Settled down a little bit after the goal and the flurry of chances.
Yeah, we've got a lot of new players obviously starting for the first time, and I think a couple of them have looked a little bit nervy, but just got to settle in and really take the game to Alti, because at the moment we haven't had much, or I can't think of many chances at all actually in the first 20 minutes, so that needs to change.
Hills won the ball, finds Tetek across to Theo Widdrington. Penny's broken forward, but Widdrington plays it through the middle to Ryan Hill, edge of the area, drifts the ball into Hargreaves, sends it in. Oh, it's missed by Abrahams and then towed away. It was a good move from Aldershot. They maybe just overplayed it, one pass too many instead of getting a shot away. Of course, if that pass comes off, then it all looks good, but better from the shots. Alti, thank you. Alti also have 5 debutants today, only 1 less than Aldershot, includes the goalkeeper, doesn't it? So they need to test him. He hasn't been tested yet, Julian, and we're 22.5 minutes in. Barrett beaten to the ball by Sassy. Ben Jackson into the back of James Gale, brings him down. Free kick to Alti just inside the Shots half. Now, is referee Niall Smith going to show yellow? I think he's saying, no, come and have a word with me. I'm just going to talk to you on this occasion. Good to see one. Let's give him some credit. Sometimes you feel that referees can't wait to show the first yellow card of the season, but that's not the case here.
Yeah, bearing in mind the amount of free kicks he's given, I was a bit worried there, but good bit of refereeing actually, to be fair, and very, very clear on what he was thinking there. Credit
where it's due. We're going to update our radio listeners now. It is still the way of things, but you know what? Immediately after that goal, Altrincham had a couple more chances, and James Gale literally drifted onto a ball 25-30 yards out there. In again here, Reading sending it into the far post, and it's headed in. It's the number 2 who's doubled the lead, Lewis Banks, I think, for Altrincham. Cross in from the right. Reading, the first goal scorer. He's applied the cross for this one, and here we are just halfway through the first half of the first game of the season, and it hasn't started well for the Shots. Altrincham 2, Aldershot Town 0. Julian, your thoughts on the goal?
Yeah, it's down to Carl Reddin again. He's found some space on the right hand side. He's put in a very teasing lobbed cross, if you like, and there was 2 or 3 shot Altrincham players at the back post, so Dewhurst tried his best to keep it out, but in the end it was quite a simple header, and we find ourselves 2-0 down.
Nothing in the game for 10 minutes, but it's pretty much been Alti asking the questions since, and back down to earth with a bump at the moment for the Shots after those heady days at Wembley. long way to go in the match, long way to go, of course, in the season. But the shot's up against it, and I saw a number of people predicted scores on the opening day of the National League. Every single prediction I saw for this game was either 1-1 or 2-1. Most people concluding that both sides had issues defensively. They were likely to score, but nobody brave enough to pick either team to win. However, it's Alty who are in the ascendancy here, 2-0, and one thing's for sure, if the Shots are going to get anything today, Julian, they're going to have to score the next goal of this game.
Yeah, for sure, and we need to start pressing a little bit higher up the pitch. Most of the game so far has been played in our half, to be fair, but we're at that stage now, we're 2 down, so we have to do something a little bit different, and I'm just hoping that we can really start to assert some dominance on this game and keep hold of the ball.
Yeah, Carell Redding, who's just trying to get the ball off of Meerholtz there. A goal and an assist already inside the first half of the first half. Here's Shots with a free kick, ball played forward by Widrington, plucked out of the sky by Tyler Golden, the former Halifax right back or right centre back, as is the need. Sends it forward though aimlessly, and the Shots win it back. Claridge, Jackson, Dewhurst, and now Meerholtz, who just looks like a footballer, I guess. He can play midfield, can't he, or centre back, Meerholtz? Yeah. Just confirmation there from Sam Carter, the Shots media manager. Good to see Sam. And Meerholtz starting in that position today. Penny could as well, but of course Aldershot without the services of Tyler Frost, who picked up a good kick in from a former teammate. That surely is offside against Alty. No, not given. Now it goes up, and we're back to being irritated by the officials again. You know what? When the key pass is made, Julian, why can't the assistant referee just put his flag up then? It's
so frustrating, isn't it? Because everyone can see it was offside, and yet the rule is that the flag doesn't go up until either the ball is touched again or the ball's out of play. But really frustrating when everyone can see it.
Here's Theo Widrington picking the ball up in his own half and playing it forward to Josh Barrett. Barrett finds Penny, and Penny good close control, and then he's dispossessed by Golden, draws the foul from Penny, and it has been a very professional start from Altrincham, I have to say. Reluctant to give them too much praise when they took the lead, but they've been good value for it ever since, and they have doubled it. And all over the park they look as if they know what they're doing. Phil Parkinson, I think he's the longest serving manager in the National League now. He's starting his 9th season here at Moss Lane, and he's certainly shown some good credentials over that time. He's occasionally got Alty in or near to those playoffs, and he keeps having to find new forward options every year, with the likes of Linney and Newby and Chris Clark moving on. Oh, he's found Redding far too easily there. Oh, well done, good work from Meerholtz, and he sends it inside to Penny. Penny inside to Jackson. Ooh, he leaves Crankshaw for dead, turning inside in his own penalty area. And Claridge carries the ball up towards halfway. And then obviously couldn't see anything on because he's turned back and gone inside to Ben Jackson. Out of possession, Altrincham look quite comfortable, don't they? And with the experience of Marriott and Crawford in midfield, they're certainly bossing that at the moment. Here's Ben Jackson for Aldershot as they get up to the edge of the final third. Aldershot lacking ideas at the moment. Here's Theo Widrington getting the ball, turning it inside to Tetek. Tetek, great news that wasn't anything too serious, his injury last week. Aldershot just getting in a little bit of a mess and a muddle, and then a combination of Ryan Hill and Claridge causing a foul, free kick to Alty just inside their own half. And I think Altrincham led a game in pre-season and gave away a couple of goals late on, so whatever exercise or learning they had that day, I would imagine Phil Parkinson will have that in his mind at the moment. You don't get 2 goals up in any game and start thinking about not winning it, do you?
No, they look comfortable out of possession and quite dynamic in possession.
They certainly do. Is Theo Widrington sending the ball in. It's easily plucked out in the sky by Tyler Golden, who's got time to pick his options. And he plays a good one, finds Crankshaw. Crankshaw can't win it cleanly though, and Claridge has moved on to the loose ball. Plays it inside to Hill. Hill to Tetek. Back to Claridge. Tetek moving forward and across. He eventually goes back to the deepest outfield player, Jackson. All the outfield players for shots in the Alti half at the minute. Tetek works it back out to Meerholtz, who finds Penny. Penny's not really been able to show us what he can do going forward yet. He's been up against a couple of players on a number of occasions. Here's Tetek picking up the ball inside the centre circle, sends it out to the right hand side to Claridge. Claridge plays the ball round the corner, chased down by Hargreaves. Hargreaves holds it up, plays it inside to Hill. Hill cushion pass, wall pass back from Barrett, running across the area looking to find Meerholtz, might be able to get the ball out of his feet for a shot, plays it to Penny. Penny sends the cross in. Oh, Widrington jumps at the far post and can't quite get there. Crankshaw picks it up and Claridge toes it into touch. Throw into Alti, and one of two or three nearly moments in attack for Aldershot in the opening half an hour. Julian Walters.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. So holding on to the ball, moving it around from left to right, but we're 31 minutes in now and I can't remember the keeper having to make a save yet, so we need to keep hold of the ball better. We are doing that now, but we need to start being a little bit more aggressive up front, I think.
Yeah, I've got no notes on my pad, unfortunately, of Aldershot Town efforts so far. 5 for Alti, 2 of which have gone in. That's your scoreline. 32 minutes gone. Robbins 2, Shots 0. Here's Meerholtz playing the ball into Barrett, who's dropped into a pocket of space. He sends it inside to Tetek, who moves nicely onto it. Gives it back to Barrett. Barrett floats the ball over the top, and Ryan Hill should get there. He's up against Reed. Plays it back to Hargreaves. Aldershot getting a bit more possession forward now. Was that an offside? It all happened rather quickly, nothing given. The ball back to Ryan Hill, tries to get the cross in, cut out by Alti, throw into Aldershot on the right hand side, down by Alti's left hand corner flag. Can the Shots get something? Can they get on the score sheet before half time? I think the way things have gone, Julian, if they could go in at 2-1, and just not to confuse anybody, the score is 2-0, but if they could go in at 2-1, they'd have something to try and build on in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. It would change both the half-time team talks for both teams. And last 3-4 minutes we have been showing more possession. Barrett's dropping a little bit shorter and trying to pick up the ball, which he obviously does do quite a lot when we're behind. The only problem with that is that it does leave Abrahams a little bit isolated up front. So we still need to try and get some more balls into the box, I think.
The ball played up to James Gale, who shows good strength to hold the ball up. Sees off a couple of challenges from Shots players. Goes backwards though, and Tristan Abrahams shutting down his man here, and another foul given against him. And the referee may be having a word in his ear now to say, look, I've given 3 or 4 free kicks against you. You need to calm it down a little bit. Otherwise you're going to be the first player into my book, and I do understand that. I think it's frustration for Abrahams, who's had absolutely nothing. Aldershot are working hard and they're passing the ball around on the edge of the final third, and they've had a couple of nearly moments, but at the end of pre-season they needed to have worked out how they're going to set up goal scoring opportunities for Tristan Abrahams by now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's not even feeding off scraps at the moment, and he's getting a little bit frustrated, and actually Tommy on the sidelines getting a bit frustrated too. So yeah, we need to get the plan in place. It doesn't look as if the first half an hour has obviously gone how Tommy was looking for, because he's cutting a very frustrated figure here. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting half-time team talk, let's put it that way. Never an easy game here, as the Shots boss alluded to pre-match. Alti have tended to win this home game. The Shots did come here last year and get a win. Ball played up to Abrahams, who cushions it into a position where Barrett picks it up. Hargreaves has got it now. Now Penny on the edge of the penalty area. He's drifting into the penalty area. He's dispossessed
And the foul's given against him, Julian. We can't quite see because of the perspex and metal end of the stand, but I was a bit surprised to see the free kick go the other way. Were you?
Yeah, it was a bit of a coming together, and they were both tugging at each other, and if anything I would have left it, but the ref's chosen a free kick to Alty, which absolutely really a bit of a strange decision, but I don't know how many free kicks he's given this half, but
he's given an awful lot against Aldershot Town. His Reading caught offside. I mean, listen, we don't want to be talking about, and there's not much point in the team or the management talking about the referee at half time, because the referee didn't put Altrincham 2-0 up, did he? Reading did that, and Banks, but here's a long ball forward from Alty, and it's bouncing awkwardly, and Crankshaw's onto it outside of the area. Dewhurst had come to the edge, but he backs off now. Crankshaw sends it in. Gale's battling for it, and that's clearly a foul on Claridge, as Gale tries to volley and pretty much kicks into the face of it was Jackson, actually, not Claridge, but he's been caught nastily there, and the medical team have rushed on. I'm not going to say Gale wasn't entitled to have a swing and go for that, but Jackson was pretty brave, wasn't he, or was it Claridge? I can't quite see.
I think it's Jackson. He's taken a real whack to the face there.
And Aldershot Town's fortune with centre backs may have taken another blow here. I'm going to update our radio listeners. Now, I think you joined us live, didn't you, for that second Alty goal? That was in the 23rd minute. 37 gone now, and we've got a stoppage in play. And would you believe, after all the problems they've had at the beginning of this season and in recent seasons, Aldershot Town have got a centre back down receiving treatment at the minute for a kick in the face. James Gale acrobatically trying to volley home from 6 yards out at the same point that Ben Jackson put his head there to try and clear it, and he's still retrieving treatment now. The referee has got his book out. I think he might have booked James Gale for that, and James Gale will probably say he was entitled to have a swing for it. But 2-0 to Alty. Not a lot in it for the opening 10 minutes, Adrian, but Alty, good value for their lead ever since, and those goals from Reading and Banks have them 2-0 up, about 8 minutes plus a fair bit of stoppage time away from half time. Julian, over to you.
Yeah, he's still receiving treatment at the moment in the 6 yard box. There's four specialists around him, which obviously doesn't look good, but he is sort of back up, rather than being flat out on the floor. He's at least sort of sitting up at the moment, but a real concern at the moment to see whether he's going to be able to continue.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in the National League, Braintree are now 2-0 up against Halifax. Just about everybody I know tipped Braintree to go down. They're 2-0 up with goals from Lewis Walker and Frankie Terry on their competitive debuts. Southend still leading at Gateshead, thanks to that Sam Austin goal 3 minutes in. Solihull Moors, despite being down to 10 men, are still 1-0 up through Oscar Rutherford against Forest Green. Tamworth have equalised against Samworth. I beg your pardon. Tamworth have equalised against Scunthorpe. Still, we got the delay here, and the Alty crowd, the natives, are restless. I'll come to Julian on that in a minute. York City 1, Sutton United 1. So Sutton have equalised 5 minutes before half time. The other games are 0-0, and Julian, perhaps you'll have picked up what's upsetting the Alty fans.
It's a bit of a tricky one, really, because I think they're just I can't believe they think he's feigning injury, because he's really looked in trouble. He's back on his feet now, which is really good to see. He's
got a facial injury. He's having something held up to the front of his face. I would imagine that's going to be the end of his game. Will Nightingale is going to be a 6th debutant of the day for Shots. We'll wait and see in what position he comes on, who goes to the centre of the Shots defence. But you literally could not script it. Anybody who signs for Aldershot Town as a centre back, beware, because it's going on for a while, and very sadly, on his debut, Ben Jackson is going off with a facial injury. How heavy it is, I don't know, but they clearly can't stop they can't stem the flow of the blood. I think he's having it held to his nose, so a bloody nose at best, perhaps a broken nose at worst, and a fair bit of claret, unfortunately to say, on Ben Jackson's shirt, and the jinx has struck again. Well, good luck to Will Nightingale, who's come on in the centre of defence to replace him. And once again, the shots back three changes. I think they had 17 different combinations last year in the back three. We're back underway, and Penny has gone down. Now I'm going to call this honestly a little bit easily on the left side, and he's drawn a sympathetic foul from the referee, who frankly has bought every foul just about that any player on either side has suggested to him in the first half.
I was going to say the same thing, Rob. He's really happy to blow his whistle for anything that he's seeing at the moment, but this is a chance to get the ball into the box.
Barrett then is going to take it 5 yards inside the left touchline, halfway inside the Alty half. In it comes to the middle of the area. Little headed on, shot comes parried away. I think it might have even been Will Nightingale, who got the shot away. It cannoned back off the body of an Alty player. Alty have got it, and they've got it on the edge of their final third at the minute. Good bit of skill there actually from Tom Crawford, just buys a bit of time, but then his ball forward is pretty aimless. Did you concur there? Was it Will Nightingale who got the shot away?
Yeah, managed to get a shot away. There wasn't even a bit of a shout for a penalty with hands.
Oh, good turn from Barrett, edge of the area, in one way then the other. Sends it out to the left side, inside the penalty area. Comes back in, it's headed away. Mearholes will pick it up. He's got Reddin for company. Penny looks to play a 1-2 with him. Widrington wins the ball. It's cleared away, but only as far as Tetek. Tetek feeds Nightingale, who feeds Claridge. The shot's on the front foot here as we approach half time. Here's Hargreaves. He's caught really late on the edge of the area. Well, 5 yards out actually. Free kick to Shots. Josh Barrett territory. 42 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Julian.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Barrett has got the ball in his hand. We really need something special from this man, and we know he can do it. Hargreaves again in an advanced position there and received the ball from Tetek, but was taken out by the Alty defence, and we've now got a free kick situation. Ball's just to the right hand side of the D, probably 25 yards out.
Barely, yeah, 25.
Yeah.
Tristan Abrahams there as well. He might be having a little word in Josh Barrett's ear to say, I could curl this in with my left foot. Josh Barrett will be nodding and saying, yeah, get in the queue, son.
Does he know, Josh?
Barrett and Abrahams over the ball. Barrett steps up. Oh, it was going on target. Lovely save. Away to his left by Luke Hutchinson. The first save he's had to make in the game, coming in the 44th minute. Very well struck free kick from Josh Barrett. Yeah,
that's all you can ask for is an on-target shot, and goalkeeper had to dive low to his left and push it away, so Barrett's now taking the corner.
On the right hand side, one hand in the air. In comes the ball, headed away, only as far as Hargreaves. He'll send the ball back to Barrett. Barrett going to take on his man here, is he? Feigns to cross, then comes in on his left foot, squares it across to Tetek. Tetek drifts in a ball. Ooh! Widrington goes down inside the penalty area quite heavily. Nothing given by the referee. Meanwhile, Altrincham have cleared it to touch. And that is a foul for me, Julian, anywhere on the pitch, but seemingly not in the penalty area.
Yeah, with the performance of the ref so far, I'm really surprised he hasn't given that. Widrington found a position. Tetek crossed the ball over, and the Alty defenders just come through the back of him.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think many refs would have given it, but this referee who's given every slight push and shove has not given it, or has not seen it. Maybe he's not seen it, and he is only human.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
5 added minutes here at the end of the first half.
5 minutes additional time. That's a minimum of 5 minutes additional time.
Which has largely gone Alty's way, but they're getting a few questions asked of them towards the end of this first half. Theo Widrington has had to go off because he's briefly received treatment. He looks fine to come on. Hill sends the throw inside to Tetek, who squares it to Meerholz. Meerholz tries a shot, and it was well read by Keaton Ward, who blocks it at source, and it cannons up into the stand that we're sat in, and then into touch into the hands of Penny. Referee tells him where he's got to take it from. In fact, Penny's going to send the ball back to Meerholz. Tetek shows short, plays it to Meerholz. Oh, Meerholz tries to play the ball back, but Tetek's not where he thought he was. And Alty send it. Nightingale might be beaten to it here by Reddin. He's recovered well. But Alty are onto the loose ball. And then the referee's given the free kick to Aldershot. And Alty might be winning this game 2-0. But I think I'm going to be confidently say that this referee has hacked off both sets of supporters in the first half, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's not one for allowing the game to flow, but we're still 2 behind, so no, as you said, no blame to the referee for that. But this half-time team talk is going to be an interesting one to see whether Tommy makes any changes or whether he continues with what he's seen. To be fair, the last 5 minutes or so, we have had a bit of a change in momentum.
And then offside against Crankshaw. Few groans around the ground. I think Alty fans wanted the game, the season and everything all wrapped up in the first half an hour, and that's what their frustration is. But they've been the better side. They lead by 2-0. The shots are just showing a little bit of fighting spirit here. Abrahams gets up. I think the ball came off his head, but it dropped down, and there's a good flicked header from Will Nightingale. I haven't got my notes in front of me. Just remind me where he's come from, Will Nightingale.
He was released by Wimbledon in the summer.
That's right, yeah. He's played quite a lot of VFL games, hasn't he? Here's Theo Widrington sending the ball, easily picked up by Sassy. Puts it into touch, via a little touch from Josh Barrett. And it will be a throw in to Alty, who I think would shake your hands on 2-0 half time here, wouldn't they?
Oh, definitely. They are deserving of the victory. But
the lead, not the victory.
The lead.
Don't give them that yet.
You're absolutely right. What you said earlier on, the next goal is crucial, and if we can get it back to 2-1, then it does change the perspective on the game.
Here's a ball over the top from Alty. Dewhurst come to the edge of his area, brings it down, and then chips it left-footed down the line. It's flicked on by Penny, who gets a second touch into touch, throw into Alty. Golden takes it down the line. Will Nightingale's trying to hold off James Gale. Gale, well, you decide, Julian. Was he fouled or did he throw himself to the ground?
I think he's played. I think he has played for it, but he did get the wrong side of Nightingale. So perhaps you could argue he's entitled to go down if there's any contact.
Tough start of the season away at Alty, and when you're playing 11 against 12, it gets even tougher. I think regular listeners will know I'm not someone who sits here and moans about referees week in, week out. He's made a rod for his own back, this one, I'm afraid, and he's irritated most of the people in the ground at some point. Here, though, is Alty with a free kick, just 5-6 yards back from the byline. In comes the cross, header comes in, and it's wide. Alty say it should be a corner. And the referee brings it back because he feels Dewhurst has kicked a moving ball. Barrett sends it back to Dewhurst. And Aldershot take it again. Claridge finds Hill. Hill can't get it under control. Throw in to Altrincham. We're in the 50th minute of 45 plus 5. Alty have the throw. They'll probably just try and at least keep possession from it. Cranshaw and back to Cranshaw, and then given away by Marriott into touch off of an Aldershot player. Another Alty throw. 50 minutes are up, and the referee, the very second Aldershot get possession back, blows for half time. I think we're going to do a radio update before I get your thoughts, Julian. (2-0) Alty at half time. Half time report to follow, and then Julian Walters' take on the first half. Yes, 2-0 to Alty at half-time. The Robins have been the better side here at Moss Lane, that's for sure. They took the lead after 10 minutes, and it was Carell Redding following up Keaton Ward's shot and sending it past Marcus Dewhurst. After 10 minutes, then a couple of further efforts. Gale with an effort on the bounce, brilliantly tipped behind by Marcus Dewhurst. Keaton Ward had a little pop as well, and that was all inside the first 15 minutes, but Alty doubled their lead on 23 when Reading this time turned provider and crossed for Banks to head in at the far post. Aldershot have then lost one of their debutant centre-backs, Ben Jackson, to a facial injury. He's been replaced by another debutant centre-back, Will Nightingale, the former AFC Wimbledon player, and the shots have shown a little bit of fight in the last 10 minutes or so before half-time. Nightingale, just a few seconds after coming on, had a pot shot that was blocked at source, and Josh Barrett has fired a free kick around the wall and on target, but debutant Altrincham goalkeeper Luke Hutchinson was equal to it, tipping it behind the post for a corner. Thus your half-time update, all to do for the shots, Adrian, up at Alty. I think if you watch the game, a little bit of disappointment that they couldn't be too fluent going forward. They've not really managed to bring Tristan Abrahams into the game. I don't think there's particularly high expectations at Aldershot. They had a wonderful day at Wembley, and they did get a little bit of prize money, but it's not like it's swelled the coffers. There's still a lower mid-table budget, and I think that's where most people have got the shots finishing this season. Not perhaps in the playoffs, but equally they hope not in a relegation fight. Alty away on the opening day, always a difficult one, and it's been a difficult first half for the shots. We'll see if they can get themselves back in it after the break. Aldershot are back out on the pitch, listeners. No sign of Alty yet, and I'm not going to try and start the commentary because it's too much of a battle with the PA system, but just to give you a couple of minute warning for the second half. 2-0 Alty at half time. What I can tell you, listeners, is that Aldershot are not, and they very rarely do, to be fair, not making any half-time substitutions. Just a reminder that they've already brought one substitute on. That's Will Nightingale, who came on around about the 40th minute to replace Ben Jackson, who went off with a facial injury. James Gale acrobatically trying to hook the ball home 6 yards out of the far post, and Julian, I had no qualms with him having a swing to have a go at that. It was there, wasn't it? It was brave or stupid, whichever way you look at it, for Ben Jackson to put his head there, but he literally did put his body on the line to ensure that the shots didn't go in 3-0 down.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. He was entitled to go for it. The ball was in the air and 6 yards out. But Jackson, as you said, put his body on the line and was took a real kick in the face for it. Let's just hope it's not as bad as it actually looks.
Okay, Alty are out for the second half now, as is our referee, the rather irritating Niall Smith. Alty's lineup: Hutchinson in goal, Reed, Sassy, Banks and Golden across the back four, Marriott and Crawford in the middle, Keaton Ward playing behind James Gale with Carell Redding on the left, or on the right, sorry, Crankshaw on the left, and the shots lining up with Dewhurst in goal, debutants Mereholes, Nightingale and Claridge across the back three, Tetek and Theo Widrington in the middle of the midfield, Penny on the left, Hill on the right, Cam Hargreaves and Josh Barrett supporting Tristan Abrahams in attack. Alty have got the kick-off. They lead by 2-0, and we are back underway here at the J. Davidson Stadium. And the next goal, if it comes for Alty, it probably wins them the 3 points. If it comes for Aldershot, they're right back in the game. Is Tristan Abrahams, who's gone down. He's clutching his leg. Referees completely ignored it, and Alty carry on with the game. Midfield skirmishes. Penny jumps, the ball falls kindly for the number 22 Crawford. He plays it forward. It's one in the air by Nightingale, and in exactly the same way that Abrahams just went down, now an Alty player's been caught, and the referee didn't see anything, looked to his assistant who flagged for the foul. Crawford's down, clutching his head. 2 Alty medical staff run on, and when we get restarted, Julian, 1 minute and 1.5 minutes into the second half, it will be an Alty free kick out on the right, 10 yards inside the Shots half.
Yeah, it was, as you said, a bit of a midfield skirmish there, and again, he looked like he did take a kick to the face, but I guess what we're looking for is a bit of consistency from the refs, and I'm not sure that was entirely consistent with his performance so far, but Alty have got a chance again to get the ball in. We've got quite a high defensive line for this one. We're about 25 yards out.
Here they come, the ball in to the box, nice and easy for Dewhurst to get it, plays it up to Abrahams, who's fouled, and the referee blows before he can even appeal for it, and this time Phil Parkinson stretches his arms out wide. There's a bit of irony about that decision. Here's Hargreaves, wins the ball, gives it away, and now, of all people, Redding picks it up, and the only person that can begin to think to chase him is Josh Barrett, and with a head start, that one ain't happening. Here's Isaac Marriott in the centre of midfield, swivels, works out where his extra man is, he finds him, but Ryan Hill shuts him down quickly, draws the ball into touch, and Aldershot take the throw. Claridge inside to Tetek. Out. Well, he's looking for Barrett. Just keep your eye on Barrett. Is he running freely?
Looks like he's got a bit of a problem with his left leg.
I don't think he's running freely, Josh Barrett. I might be wrong on that. Maybe it's just a little knock that he's got to run off, but here's Widrington playing the ball down the right side for Hargreaves to chase. He feels he's being pulled back. Referee either doesn't agree or didn't see it, and the ball drifts harmlessly behind the goal away to our right, where I'm going to say good old probably 300 Shots fans are. It really filled out, didn't it, in that final 10-15 minutes before the game.
Yeah, definitely 300 plus, I'd say.
Okay.
kicking towards them now as well, so let's hope we can give them something to cheer.
A bit like they started the first half, Altrincham, with a couple of aimless long balls played forward, cut out easily by Aldershot, and then they came alive, didn't they, after that? Here's Will Nightingale spreading the ball out to the right side. Hill takes it under control, has a heavy touch, loses out, and then Claridge reads it well, pokes it into touch. And it's a throw into Alty just inside their own half. 4 minutes into the second half, still Alty 2, Aldershot Town 0. Now Hargreaves runs alongside Reed, puts his foot there to win the ball. Reed goes down, referee obliges with a free kick.
I think this is going to suit Alty, obviously, a little bit more than Shots at the moment, with the ref keep stopping the game.
Aldershot have won it back from Alty's possession. Hill inside to Barrett, who gives the ball away, but it cannons back nicely for Hill. Penny made a run forward, but he couldn't be found. Aldershot have it. Theo Widrington overstretches, catches Crankshaw, offers to lift him up, and then as Crankshaw holds his hand up, Widrington takes his hand away, and the referee ends up lifting up Crankshaw. The referee coming to Alty's rescue, not for the first time today, Julian.
You said it. But no, that was Widrington received the ball in the middle, but he'll be the first to admit his control let him down there, and resulted in him giving away a free kick.
Claridge into the back of Gale. Gale carries on. Referee says not a good enough advantage. Have yourselves a free kick, Alty. And would you like some cake with it?
Yeah, Claridge was holding him, to be fair, and ref did try and let the game flow, but decided in the end to just pull the ball back. So Kenton Ward's standing over this now. It looks like we're about 10 yards outside the penalty box, not from a shooting position, but a great chance to get the ball into the centre.
Referee's marked where the wall should be, but he's marked it completely wrong. It's the wrong side of where the Shots wall would be. Anyway, Keaton Ward steps up to swing in the free kick, tries a shot, it's on target, straight into the midriff of Marcus Dewhurst, who wants to try a quick, swift counter-attack for the Shots. Plays it up the middle, Reed cuts it out of the sky well, and he finds Banks with the ball. Banks lifts the ball out to the right for Carell Reddin, the man of the match so far. 1 goal, 1 assist to get on to. And he plays it back. Cross comes in. Cleared away by Theo Widrington. Only as far as Marriott. Hooked away by Tetek. Headed back in by Reed. Ryan Hill's got it under control. Does well initially. Can he find a forward pass? Finds a sideways pass to Claridge. Drifts it down the line, loose ball into the path of Hargreaves, brings it down nicely and feeds that to Hill. Hill tries to switch the play out to the left, looking for Penny, but good positioning by Tyler Golden. His cushioned header can only find Josh Barrett. Barrett to Tetek to Widrington. He's breaking ranks now, forward into Hargreaves. Tries to cushion the pass back to him, that's cut out by Alty. Alty play it forward, and Will Nightingale's got the ball. Plays it up to Abrahams, holds it up. He's being fouled from behind, but keeps the ball. Feeds Tetek. Tetek to Barrett. Barrett drifting one way then the other. Tries to clip the ball out wide, but it's been cut out by Alty. Claridge sends it back forward, but Alty have got that as well. They send it forward to Gale. Completely missed by Will Nightingale, but he recovers well. And then the referee's given a free kick for what? I give up trying to even work it out, let alone this. And Will Nightingale's shown yellow. Help me out, Julian.
I'm not sure I can with that one, Rob. We're just going to have to leave that one with the ref's decision. But yeah, the ball bounced awkwardly, and Nightingale, I assume, has got the yellow for holding Gale back, and he's obviously given a free kick to Alty. It's just on the halfway line. They're going to obviously knock it up to Gale being the central strike partner and seeing what comes off of it.
Straight through the middle, cut out by Hill. Hargreaves is onto it. He's getting pushed and held, but he shows good strength. Finds Hill on the right side. Hill drifts inside. Goes back to Claridge. He's still halfway inside his own half. Turns it inside to Will Nightingale. He's going to try the diagonal ball out to the left. Alti's back line will win that. Tyler Golden will cushion a header back to his goalkeeper, Luke Hutchinson, who's just had the one save to make from Josh Barrett's curling free kick towards half-time. Did really well. Here's Will Nightingale's got a hand round his neck, and the referee's given correctly a foul for that. Here's Ryan Hill on halfway, back to Claridge. Claridge quickly sends it forward to Hargreaves. Hargreaves sends it inside. Hill's inside the penalty area, looks to square it, comes off an Alti player last, and Aldershot have got, I think, just their second corner of the game, Julian.
That was much better, moving the ball a lot quicker. Ryan Hill making a space in the inside forward role, tried to get a short ball across the middle, but it was cut out well by Alti. But that's much better, that's what we need. Corner
then at the end where the 300 or so Shots fans are, on the open terrace behind the goal. Not been a good first half for their boys. Going to get back into it. In it comes to the far post. It's headed away. Tristan Abrahams will collect it just by the touchline on the left side. Goes back to Tetek. He's going to send in a cross. That's headed away, only as far as Barrett on the edge of the box, just where you'd want him to be. Drifts the ball down the right side to Theo Widrington. Stands it up. Header! Wonderful! Headed goal for the Shots, and they're back in it. And it's a goal on debut for Matt Penny. The first opportunity he's had to get on the end of a cross, and he bulleted the header home. And the Shots are back in it. In the 56th minute, Alti 2, Shots 1.
Wonderful header from Matt Penny there. Barrett picked the ball up just on the edge of the box, found Widrington running down the right. Super crossover, and there was Penny to bullet the header into the top of the net. 2-1, we're back in it.
Well done, Matt Penny. He said, I said he's the one player I was looking forward to seeing. He's been quite controlled for a lot of the first half. But when he did get forward, he got a couple of crosses in, didn't he? So he made it count. It was limited opportunities. He's also got to play himself back in. He hasn't played a lot of football in the last couple of seasons. But really lovely sight there on a difficult day so far, Shots fans, to see a nice cross stood up from Theo Widrington, and Penny arrived, and it was relatively close range, but a real bullet header. There was no way anyone was stopping that.
No, goalkeeper had no chance, and it's given us a bit of an impetus now. We're chasing lost balls, and yeah, we talked earlier on about the next goal's crucial, and the Shots have started.
And I got to explain for the listeners the cheer from the Shots fans. Tristan Abrahams chased the lost cause, and he was nibbling away at the Alti player, and we were all expecting the obvious, and the referee didn't give a foul, and then it came off the Alti player in the end. In fact, the Alti player, the free kick's been given against Altrincham, or is it a throw, or is it he stood a yard inside, isn't he, Barrett?
Free kick. So Barrett's going to swing one over.
Yeah, so Shots getting a goal back in the 56th minute, and now there's a packed 6-yard box. There's about 12 or 14 players in there, and the referee blows his whistle and picks any random two to have a chat with. Assist for Theo Widrington, who's skipper in the side today, and welcome to Aldershot Town, Matt Penny.
He's well and truly on the roller coaster ride, isn't he?
I think that's Aldershot Town's best goal of the season so far. It is the only one, 2-1. In comes Barrett with the cross. Widrington gets his head on it, and it goes upwards and over the bar, but the delivery was good. Widrington got on the end of it first, and there's a little bit of hope, Shots fans. And I had a text message from Luke Edwards this morning, who's the editor-producer of the podcast I'm involved with. He said, "Happy New Season Day, everybody. I hope it's not the hope that kills you." And honestly, that's a saying regular listeners will know I've used a lot over the years. Aldershot Town have a little bit of hope now. 32 minutes gone. Alti's goal kick's gone straight into touch. And there's a bit of nervous tension around the Moss Lane, isn't there?
The natives are restless, Rob, and quite rightly so. The shots are right back in this game, although we're behind, they're right back in it.
Abrahams flicks it on, it's headed away. Tetek gets something on it in the air and it falls loose to Meerholz. Meerholz, he looks for Penny, but that's far too easily telegraphed and cut out by Tyler Golden, who's bombing down the right wing now, sends the ball in. Gale gets a bit of a touch on it, pokes it towards goal, and then behind the goal. And as it came back off Dewhurst and he had another go, I thought goal. Did you?
Yeah, I thought it was in the back of the net. Gale got on the end of a super run down the right from the Alty fullback and just managed to get his toe to the ball before Dewhurst, and I honestly thought that was going to be 3-1, but we're still in it.
Here's a ball forward through the middle. Reid gets that under control. He's being chased by Hargreaves. Finds Marriott. He spreads it out. Well cut by Ryan Hill. I've been impressed with his positioning sense and his turnover of the ball for shots. He hasn't done a lot going forward, and he's got the ball now and kept it well. But
knocking it around quite nicely, Rob, at the moment.
Okay. We'll update our radio listeners shortly. Here's shots on the attack again. Hill with the ball. Tries the ball through for Hargreaves to chase. Into the penalty area. Looks to switch back, and it's well read by Reid coming with him. Meerholz jumps with Reddin. Neither of them can win it clearly. The ball drops kindly for Dayan Tetek. Cushion pass back from Barrett. The shots with a goal to get back in it, and asking questions of Altrincham here. They're not going to lay down. No way today. That's just not going to happen. Here's Hill trying to take on his man. Plays it off of Reid into touch. Takes the throw quickly. Hargreaves is trying to tie his shoelace so he can't be involved. Tristan Abrahams holds it up. Ball sent inside looking for Hargreaves. Cleared out again. Hargreaves tries to do his boot again. Aldershot are aware they've got momentum and they want to build on it. Claridge takes the throw to Hill. Gets it back inside to Widrington. Tetek onto Meerholz. Matt Penny's waiting for it on the left touchline, receives it now, cushions it back inside to Tetek. Tetek in a 50-50. It bounces loose, he gets another foot on it and sends it back to Meerholz. Nightingale out to Claridge on the right hand side, up to Hargreaves, lovely touch, cushioned back to Widrington. Widrington across the line, finds Barrett, shifts one way then the other, fakes the shot, and then he's to the edge of the area, tries another shot and it's blocked, and Crankshaw will come away with it. I beg your pardon. Sassy will come away with it, finds Crankshaw, plays it inside Crankshaw, only as far as Dewhurst, sends it right back to the edge of the Alty back line. It'll bounce once, twice, and into touch. Just the other side of the corner flag, so throw in to Alty. And I'm not quite sure what's going on. Sorry, Julian, I would come to you, but I think they're coming to me on the radio, but it's an interview they're playing out, I think, that's going on. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, it's 2-1 here to Alty. 62 minutes gone. It's all right, it's empty. Bottle just dropped off the shelf here. Here's Theo Widrington, tries a shot from distance, it's blocked, bounces up in the air. Alty looking to get it here, they play it forward, cut out again by Claridge. Aldershot, I think I can say this comfortably, have been the better side in the last 10 or 15 minutes. We've got 62 minutes gone. They've got one goal. They're pushing for a second. I mentioned those pre-season predictions. Everybody said 1-1 or 2-2 for this game. Shots hoping they can get at least a 2-2 out of it. Alty are going to make a substitution soon. Phil Parkinson recognising that they're not in this at all at the minute. Penny's got the ball at halfway line, plays it forward, it's cut out by Alty, and then Alty play it forward and Aldershot have cut it out. Widrington into Barrett has got Hargreaves outside of him, threads it through to Hargreaves, drives it across, and he just put it into an area. Hargreaves, he didn't shoot, he drifted it across the goal hoping that Tristan Abrahams would get there, but it was too powerful and too far in front of him. And Julian, it's easy to say after the moment, but I think Hargreaves probably should have been shooting at the goal.
I think he was, Rob. I think he's actually gone for the corner there and he's just sort of screwed it wide, and fortunately Abraham wasn't there to finish it off. But the momentum's definitely with the shots now, and Josh Barrett again just dropping into the space. and just finding space and releasing Hargreaves down the right, who's very much playing on the front foot this afternoon, and that will definitely go down as a really good chance.
So Knowles is on for Gale, and Kirk came on as well, didn't he? I didn't see who went off. So James Gale has been replaced by...
I think Crankshaw's gone off.
Ah, that's
possibly.
Yeah, the shots are back in it. They got back in it in the 56th minute, and they've been the better side in the second half, Adrian. It was Theo Widgington standing up across from the byline on the right-hand side, and Matt Penny on debut powered in a header from close range. Since then, Aldershot have really been asking questions. Alti have just made a double substitution because it's the shots who are in the ascendancy here, but as it stands, they still trail by 2-1 with 25 minutes left. Claridge wins the header from the goal kick. Tristan Abrams flicks it on. It's cleared forward by Dan Sassy. Will Nightingale heads it up to Tetek, who flicks it on. Hargreaves battling away with Marriott. Ball play forward is cut out by Claridge. Hill has got it, turns, looks to get away from his man and does well. He does get away from his man, Reed, carries it inside. Good decision from the referee, who saw there was no advantage and gave Aldershot Town the free kick. Referee's pulled it back because he wants to show a yellow card. Referees, the shouts for off are because Barrett just shoved the Alti player to get the ball back off him. Yellow card has been shown to Sam Reed. The one thing I guaranteed anybody that asked me about this season was there'd be goals and we'd be well entertained, and I don't think we can have any complaints in that regard, Julian.
No, it's definitely a better second half than the first half. Ryan Hill was superb there. He was showing real strength to hold off the Alti player, who eventually went into the book. Something which we missed a little bit earlier. The Alti keeper has been booked as well.
Yes, he has. You're absolutely right. The Alti fans booing because Josh Barrett wasn't booked. The referee just having a word with him, saying, look, you can't take the law into your own hands. You can't really shove the player to get the ball back, but he appreciated why he was just trying to get the ball back and get on with the quickly taken free kick. Alti trying to stifle things a little bit and picking up a couple of yellows. Here's the ball up to Knowles. I think Claridge's foot towed it into touch. Jimmy Knowles. So you've got Keaton Ward out there and Jimmy Knowles and Gale, who come off, who were all at Bolton last season. Good toe from Meerholz. Alti win it. And then Hargreaves has to bite his tongue because another free kick is given against him. Just inside the Aldershot Town half. Does the right thing now, Hargreaves. I like the way he reacted. He turned his back to the ref so the ref couldn't read the dissent on his face. He sucked it up and got on with it. Well done, Cameron Hargreaves. I would imagine for those Shots players out there in yellow today, they've given their all. There's no doubt about that. They always do, Tommy's teams. It's been a frustrating afternoon generally, and then they've got a sniff of getting back into it. Alti are doing their best to stifle the game when they can. Crawford takes the free kick. Theo Whittington jumps. Knowles has got it under control inside the penalty area. Good touch from Nightingale. Penny clears it forward, but he'll only find Crawford. Crawford finds Marriott, and Marriott sends it out to the right side to Reddin, who's bombed past Penny. Now he's coming up against Meerholz. Meerholz blocks him. The ball comes off Meerholz and it will just dribble and squirm. In fact, there's a lot of spin on it. It doesn't find touch. It's picked up again by Marriott. Cross into the box is cleared away by Claridge. Penny heads it on. Will be picked up by Crawford. Crawford plays it down the line. Reddin might just keep this in, by the byline. He sends in the cross. And Claridge gets there just before the number 40, Charlie Kirk. And now Hill's got it, done well. Wins the ball, loses it. He doesn't like the fact that the foul's been given against him, but again, he quickly stifles his dissent and runs away, and that's good. More and more in the modern game, players have got to suck it up when they're frustrated, because otherwise referees will just keep waving them.
Yeah, and I think with our disciplinary record over the last couple of years, it's something that I think they are really aware of.
Crawford takes the free kick, slips it down the left side to Keaton Ward. He plays it back to Kirk. Kirk now back to Crawford. Crawford clips the ball into the area. Kirk might get onto it, left hand side. He's up against Hargreaves, sends it into the far post. Meerholtz gets his head on it, heads it up in the air, and it's behind. And for the first time in 15 minutes, Alti have got themselves on top in the game, Julian.
Yeah, that was a good play. Kirk has come on and Knowles has come on at the top, and they've added a little bit extra. Reading is still causing us problems down the right hand side, but yes, good header away from Meerholtz there, which again, if he hadn't have got to that, we could well have been in serious trouble. But Alti have got a corner now. They're all lining up in the penalty box, and just need to make sure that we keep tight on this one.
In comes the corner, headers towards goal and wide. And I think it was Dan Sassy who's got up at the near post and headed it wide. Alti's first effort of the second half towards the Shot's goal.
Yeah, he's stolen a yard at the front post there, and
he's a big lad, isn't he, Sassy?
Yeah, 6'3", disappointed probably they didn't get it on target.
It's been so hectic here, I've barely had a chance to tell you about other goals. Braintree now 3-0 up against Halifax. Forest Green have come from behind against the 10 men of Solihull Moors and lead by 2-1. Southend United might have been 0-0 at Gateshead on the last game of last season. They've gone there in their first game of this season, and they're 3-0 up now. Charlie Kendall with the latest goal. York have come from behind, I think, 2-1 up against... Oh no, they were ahead, weren't they? But it was 1-1, 2-1 up against Sutton. And here's Aldershot on the attack. Barrett, is he caught inside the penalty area? Referee's up with play and says no. He's 5 yards inside. Mullins is going to come on soon for Shots. He got the winning goal here before, didn't he? Bournemouth 0, Rochdale 2. Diasaruwe on the score sheet, and Carlisle are winning 1-0 at Woking. Shots take the throw in quickly. They're 2-1 down here. Kwame Thomas and Mullins are going to come on. Here's Nightingale. Through the middle to Abrahams. Turns. Gets it out of his foot. Tries a curler. Oh, it thumps back off the crossbar. The first sight he's had a goal all day in the 71st minute. And Tristan Abrahams very nearly got his first competitive Aldershot Town goal.
It's a wonderful strike. He's taken the ball with his back to goal. He's turned and beautifully left foot curled shot off the bar. Goalkeeper had no chance.
Another cross into the area. He's battling for it. The ball drops loose. Kirk picks it up, but he's quickly going to be beaten by the ball. Played up to Hargreaves. Back to Will Nightingale. It's looked good to me since he's come on.
Yeah, he's calm, assured. Has a good pass on him.
Combative, confident passing the ball as well. Up through Tetek to Penny inside as Mullins and Thomas still wait to come on, and Abraham's perhaps sensing that his day might be out. There's another shot from distance, and that's Will Nightingale getting a little bit carried away there, shooting from fully 45 yards, and maybe he's thinking either I score and make it 2-2 or it goes out of play and we can do these two substitutes.
Yeah, we've got Mullins and Thomas coming on now, so obviously much more of a focus on Thomas. I think the ball's going to be pumped up for the last 15-20 minutes and see what sort of knockdowns we can get from it.
Mullins coming on for Matt Penny. Decent debut from Penny, thumping header. And Kwame Thomas coming on for Tristan Abrahams, who'd had little service all day and just tried a pot shot from 30 yards. And it could have been the goal of the season, but for 3 or 4 inches it probably would have been. I jest, of course, it's the first day, but it would have been a contender right to the end of the season had it gone in. Absolutely,
it was a super strike from Abrahams. But Thomas is up front now with a different skill set, so we're going to need to get those balls.
Right, Ryan Hill's right in the middle of the Shots half, got in really well, nipped in front of his man, got the ball, it was then fouled. Ref didn't give it and he fouled himself, and it is given. It's a free kick to Alti, and Ryan Hill goes into referee Niall Smith's book. A referee I hope we don't see again this season. just because he's stopped the play so much, and what otherwise has been a really good game to watch, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Surprisingly, in the sense that he has stopped it on so many different occasions, but yeah, it's been a really good game to watch, and let's hope that the last.
Yeah, it's Julian. It's 2-1 still to Shots. We've got 16 minutes just over. Alty just drifting back into it. They've got a free kick now. It's headed back across the area, but cleared. Shots have just made a double substitution. Mullins and Kwame Thomas have come on, and they'll be hoping there's one more goal in this game, and it's for them. But it's. Would have been a really, really good game, Adrian, otherwise spoiled by a petulant referee who keeps stopping it for everything, in my humble opinion. 2-1 Alty, 15 and a half minutes to go. Here's Ryan Hill, trying to break forward, but a great tackle from Tom Crawford, and he's found Redding on the edge of the area, but Redding has been stopped in his tracks. Ball up to Barrett, turns it inside to Theo Widrington. Widrington drifts it out to the right side for Mullins, who keeps it in touch on halfway on the touchline, back to Claridge. Lots of hope for Shots for the season based on this second half performance. Ball out to the left. Hill takes it on the run, cushions it down, and it's put behind for a corner to the Shots end to end. Always an exciting watch between two good footballing teams, Alty and Shots, or Shots and Alty. 15 minutes to go, Julian. Is there one more game in this, and who's one more goal in this game, and who's going to get it?
I think there is. We've got a corner now. It's a super ball from Widrington, fully 40 yards out to Ryan Hill, who's controlled it excellently, and Alty have had no choice but to knock the ball out.
Yeah, he's quietly impressed me today as Ryan Hill. He's the deepest player for Shots at the moment. In fact, Alty have got everybody back, even everybody back in their own penalty area except Redding, who stood on the edge of it. Barrett takes it short to Hargreaves, gives it back to Barrett. What's he going to do here? Clips a little ball in. Header! Oh, it's cleared and followed up. It was Claridge, I think, with the header. It might have even been Claridge that followed it up and put it over the line. But with 14 minutes left, the Shots have pulled it back from 2-0 down to 2-all. And I'm not 100% confident on the goal scorer, but I know the scoreline, Julian. Alty 2, Shots 2.
Yeah, big players step up just at the right moment, Robin. Barrett took the corner, he took a short corner with Hargreaves, got the ball back, knocked a super ball into the box. Claridge, initial header off the bar and then finished it off. It's 2-all. Shots are right back in this one, Rob.
Well, Aldershot Town had a young loanee defender last season in Dan Ellison that waited for Wembley to score his first Shots goal. Matt Penny and James Claridge, to be confirmed, have scored on their debuts for Aldershot Town. Wretched first half, nothing went their way, but they're back in this now, and the script is written. 2-all, the scoreline so many people predicted today is the scoreline. 14 minutes to go, and it's game on.
It's been a fantastic game. First half was obviously Alty's to take, but the Shots have been superb in the second half. And I think it's no coincidence that since Nightingale has come on, we've looked more calm, assured, and he's been at the heart of lots of things.
Referees managed to spot a foul again, even though most of us didn't. And it's a yellow card for Theo Widrington, who accepts it with good grace. So I think it might have been a question of he knew what he'd done, and he's fair play. The referees caught it. I didn't see it, but wow, what a game! The National League season is back. The Enterprise National League here at the J. Davidson Stadium, in a fixture that always seems to have a winner. Maybe apart from that game at the end of the season a couple of seasons ago, which was a draw, wasn't it? And Alty finished 18th and Shots 19th, or 3 seasons ago, sorry. Free kick then to Alty. Ward sends it in, toe towards goal, half cleared, followed up. And would you believe it, Alty have scored again. Free kick clipped into the area, knocked back across and followed up at the near post, risen shot into the roof of the net, and I think, not 100% sure, it might have been Marriott, it might have been Ward, I don't actually know, again, who got it. We're partially obscured by the edge of the stand, but Aldershot Town, why do you do it to us? Who do you think got the goal, Julian?
I'm thinking it might have been Jimmy Knowles. The ball was popped into the box and the shots failed to clear it. They did have a couple of chances to clear it. It's popped to Knowles and he's got his right foot on it and it's gone into the roof of the net. It's 3-2 and just a really cruel couple of minutes there for shots. But let's hope we've still got something left in the tank to salvage something from this game.
Tommy Widrington gesticulating towards, I don't know, the official or Marcus Dewhurst, I'm not sure. But Sassy's just had a bit of treatment. I think he might have been the player that got up well and headed it back. And the referee and Theo Widrington involved in deep discussions. Widrington has to be very careful because he's already on a yellow card. And I'm not quite sure what it is that Aldershot Town are complaining about. What I saw was a free kick into the area, a knockdown, another attempt to play the ball forward that fell into the path of the on-rushing number 11, Jimmy Knowles, and he smashed it into the roof of the net. And just as Aldershot, after a lot of good work in this second half, get themselves level at 2-2, they concede so quickly, inside 3 minutes of getting level at 2-2. 5 goals, an opening day thriller. We thought there'd be goals. We knew there'd be goals, didn't we, Julian? And we've had 5 of them. 3-2, Alti. Can the shots get back into this one again?
Really frustrating in that feels like, you may correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, but it just feels like that was Alti's only chance of the half. It's been such a...
Sassy had headed wide in the 69th minute. Otherwise, it was Alti's only chance. The ball straight through the middle to Barrett. Involved very much with the assist on that second goal. He's got the ball now in the air, tries a shot from distance, parried away by the Alti keeper. It was on target again from Barrett. Ball played up to Reading. Meerholz wins it. This time the referee doesn't give the free kick. Ball's with Ryan Hill. He sends in the cross, headed away by Sassy, hooked on by Keaton Ward. And the shots are not going to give this up. Weaver's getting ready to come on for Alti. Shots ping it out to the right hand side. It's cut out by Alti, but Hargreaves is onto the loose ball. I didn't, sorry. 3-2 to Alti, yeah. Widrington sending it in. Combination of Golden and Sassy head it back to Luke Hutchinson. We got just under 9 minutes left. Alti are going to make 2 more substitutions. They're going to batten down the hatches as best they can. And I have to say, if I'm brutally honest about this, a score draw would have been the right result today. But as it stands, Shots are not going to get anything out of it other than 2 goals to open their account for the season. Here's Nightingale battling away really well, and he comes away with the ball, plays it short to Hill. Hill's been quietly effective throughout the afternoon. Hutchison, beg your pardon, Nichols lost it here. Nightingale wins the ball, plays it forward, towed into touch by Alti. Hill wants the ball back quickly, he wants to take the throw. Phil Parkinson wants to bring on Elliot Osborne and Lucas Weaver. Hill takes the throw to Tetek, gets it back to Meerholz. Will he try across? No, he finds Tetek inside to Theo Winston, back to Tetek, now square to Claridge central, outside the area, plays it to Nightingale to Meerholz. Hill swings in the ball, Sassy volleys it clear, Meerholz heads it back in, headed away by Golan, back in by Tetek. Crawford gets the ball down, puts her foot on it and sends it long down the right flank. Dewhurst, well out of his goal, gets it and plays it down to Meerholz. Exchanged a message with Tommy Widrington before the game, last 24 hours, to wish him good luck. He said, "We're good to go, Rob. Strap yourself in. Could be a rough ride, but you'll be well entertained, I can guarantee that." And he wasn't wrong.
He's not wrong, Rob. He's not wrong. This has been another roller coaster game. 83 minutes gone. Kwame Thomas has come on and he's putting himself about up top. there could still be another goal in this, Rob. You know, it's just really difficult to call at the moment. Alty are about to make 2 subs, and as you said earlier on, they are, I think, looking to just see if they can see out the game.
Oh, they're going to stifle everything they can in these remaining minutes.
2 more subs for the Shots as well in the last throw of the dice, possibly.
Archie Taylor and Kiban Rai are going to make their debuts, meaning that 9 players will have made their debut today for the Shots. Might even be 10 actually. I'm just thinking who else has come on. It is 9. So Osborne is on for Alty, and so too is Lucas Weaver. And Shots are preparing Kiban Rai and Archie Taylor for one last assault over these last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, whatever's added. Let's hope the referee adds the due amount of time on. Finally, Luke Hutchinson kicks the ball from his area and gets the game restarted. Hill wins it himself, knocks it down, rides one challenge, can't ride the second. It's cleared forward by Tyler Golden. Once again, Dewhurst is well out of his area, and he plays it back into his area and picks it up. And now Aldershot have got a 5-man forward line from left to right. Hill, Thomas, Barrett, Hargreaves and Mullins. Everybody else trying to get the ball and throw it in there. Ball around the corner from Ryan Hill. Barrett's almost onto it. Tetek's almost on it, but he has fouled. Osborne's going to quickly take this free kick straight through the middle. Dewhurst waits for it and takes it. Redding's one of the players that's come off. They're going to come to us again. Another update on the radio in a minute is Kwame Thomas with the flick on. Inside, Hargreaves almost brought it down. Alty clear it behind for a corner. Wonderful game that's risen like a crescendo, and it's at full tilt now. We've got 4.5 minutes plus whatever's added left. The Shots have got themselves another corner. They may come to us live commentary. I'm just going to crack on, Julian. I think they were with us all around that 5th goal. I didn't even know. Corner to the Shots, 3-2, 4 minutes left. Barrett sends it in. He's headed up and behind by the goal scorer, potentially the winning goal scorer, Jimmy Knowles. Another corner to Shots. Still Archie Taylor and Kiban Rai wait to come on. Shots fans throw it back on. Not far enough and quick enough for my liking to Josh Barrett, who's had to go and fetch it. Don't give a foul away, Shots. Stay free, rise high and get on the end of it. And here comes Kwame Thomas wide. He got up at the near post, he got his header away, and it was wide. My goodness me. Julian, I'm going to take a break. Fill us in.
I thought that was honestly in. A great in-swinging corner from Barrett, and Kwame Thomas managed to get away from his marker and got his head to it, and just must have only been a couple of feet wide. But we've made the 2 subs now. I think this is the last throw of the dice. Archie Taylor's come on. He looks like he's taken up a left-sided direct swap with Ryan Hill, and Kiban Rai is also on in a sort of central midfield role. This is the last throw of the dice.
Yeah, for Hargreaves and Hill. It is. It's all shape gone now. All hands on deck. Oh, what a tackle there from the substitute just come on, Archie Taylor. Alty win it back again though. Now they send it to Taylor. Absolute chaos here. The National League is back. Alty 3, Shots 2. Kiban Rai in possession of the ball, loses it, wins it. Claridge wins it, gives it back to Rai. Rai holds off one challenge. He's brought down. Free kick to the Shots. Get everybody in the area. Get the centre backs up. Get Dewhurst up. No, Dewhurst is staying. Free kick to the Shots. Halfway inside the Alty half. Everybody piling up there. Only Archie Taylor's staying back with Dewhurst. Barrett's going to take it. Absolute chaos here at the J Davidson, and I've got to try and somehow listen out for them to come in live to us on the end on the radio. Free kick to the Shots into the final 2 minutes, 3-2 down. Barrett stands over the free kick. 3-2 to Altrincham. Aldershot have just had a free kick into the area, but a foul's been given by the referee. Absolute chaos, Adrian. Decent first half, frustrating for Shots. Alty 2-0 up. Shots worked their way back into it, and when they finally got level at 2-2, 3 minutes later they conceded a third to Jimmy Knowles' goal. Since then, Alty have done everything they possibly can to stifle the game. Aldershot have been the better side in the second half, but they trail 3-2 with just over a minute of normal time left. There has to be at least 4 or 5 added. I suspect you'll be coming back to me one more time. We've been richly entertained, as always, by this Tommy Widrington side. But it's 3-2 Alty with very little time left. Alty almost cut out Aldershot in their own defence, but here comes Claridge forward, sends it down the right hand side to Mullins, who tries to skip a challenge and get the ball. The ball's in touch, throw in to the Shots. Lots of players on the edge of the area want the ball in, but they've got to work an opening somehow. Nightingale sends it out to the left to Meerholtz. Meerholtz to Archie Taylor, who's going to give it back to him. Inside to Tetek. Tetek, little threaded ball towards Taylor, who rides a challenge, and he's fouled. Going to have another free kick now, 5 yards outside the penalty area, in the channel between the penalty area and halfway. Can the Shots, it's going to be 4 added minutes. Can the Shots get what I think, and I'm not trying to be too partisan here, would be a deserved equaliser. 3-3 would do this game justice. As it stands, they're going home with no points and a -1 goal difference. But Josh Barrett stands over this free kick. I very much doubt it'll be an effort on goal. If it is, it's going to be a goal of the season contender. 2 men in the Alty wall. Referee's wandering across the penalty area. He might want to get out of the firing line here, but he wants to be the centre of attention, and unfortunately that's been the way all afternoon. Now he takes a few steps back, blows his whistle. Barrett sends the ball in, it's headed up and away by Golden. Tetek jumps. Oh, Alty have got the counter-attack here. 3 against 3. Kirk's got it, threads it out to the right-hand side. Can they get themselves a 4th here and put this one to bed? Dewhurst comes, gathers it, no foul, he's got the ball. Now it's Aldershot Town's turn to counter-attack. Archie Taylor gets the ball, sends it back inside to Tetek. I'm not sure he wanted it there, but he does the right thing and shifts it out to the right to Claridge. Claridge back inside to Tetek. Can Aldershot conjure up one more moment? Widrington, ball over the top, powerful header from Sassy is going to find touch. Archie Taylor goes to get it. We're 1.5 minutes into a minimum of 4 added. Rob Worrell and Julian Walters bringing you this 5-goal thriller from Moss Lane. But can we have a 6th goal, please, in this final 2 minutes? Nightingale's coming forward. Is he going to shoot from distance? He is. He's lifted his head up and he's put it over. And he's been good since he's come on. But I think he's making that mistake of thinking, I've dropped down a couple of divisions, I can probably bang a couple in from long range. But it doesn't work like that, does it?
He's obviously got a shot in his locker because he has tried it twice now, and it has, to be fair, opened up for him, but probably not the right decision at that moment in time.
I'm not sure who got the Alty man of the match, but I wouldn't mind betting it was Redding, who's come off and he got the goal and the assist in the first half. Here's Archie Taylor spreading the ball out to the right side to Mullins, who tries to take it down. He's been beaten to it, he can't give the foul away. It's cleared forward by Alty. Nightingale threads it into Claridge. Claridge inside to Tetek. Have Shots got one more chance in them in this game? We've got 90 seconds left. Kiban Rise on the ball. He finds Tetek. Tetek out wide to Claridge. Claridge tries the ball in. Keeper comes off his line. Gathers it. Holds it. And bowls it out. Alty think they might still get one on the transition here. Forward it goes. Nightingale plucks it out of the air and finds Claridge. He's got to just send it forward surely here. We've got 30 36 seconds left. Tete to Meerholz, to Archie Taylor, who's been dispossessed by Golden. Golden is brought down, but he keeps the ball, turns one way then the other. Taylor prods it into touch. The shots are running out of time. There's 30 seconds left of a minimum of 4 added. They trail by 3 goals to 2 at Moss Lane. 300 shots fans plus away to our right, desperate to see another goal and a point that Aldershot so richly deserve after this second half performance. But they clear this one away with the header. They've won another free kick, but it's halfway inside their own half. Surely everybody forward now. Meerholz goes forward as well, leaves it to Dewhurst. Dewhurst shifts position of the ball. How much added time will there be at the end of added time here? Ball through the middle. Kwame Thomas gets a little flick on. Claridge is almost onto it. Alti clear. And the final whistle goes, Adrian. My voice is going. Alti through, shots through. Go for it, Julian.
Rob's lost his voice, so I'll just finish off. It was a fantastic game. We've ended up losing 3-2, but what a great entertainment for that first game of the season. Shots have put everything in. They were showing at half time as 2-0 down, and it really was a case that they just weren't in it, but they've made a fantastic go of it in the second half. 2 great goals, but just a little bit of lack of concentration, and they've gone away with the 3 points. But plenty of things to look back on with a positive head, and I'm sure that Tommy will be, although gutted that they've lost today, he'll be really pleased with some of the signs that he's seen from his team, and there's definitely going to be some good things to come. And as he said, in each of the last 3 seasons, I think we're going to be on a roller coaster ride. We're going to really need to buckle up with this. The players are heading over to the supporters. Supporters are showing their appreciation for that fantastic second half performance. Ultimately, it just wasn't enough, but as I said, plenty to get excited about for this coming season.
Just as I've recovered a little bit with my voice, sorry listeners, the build up, the excitement, the intensity of that second half, it was breathless. It was brilliant. The National League's back. Frustration, of course, because the shots have lost, but Theo Widgerton's really unhappy continually about something, and I don't know what it was when the winning goal went in. We'll see if we can find out after the game. Some really good showings from some of the new players. Strong performance in the middle from Tetek. I think for me, for the new starters, Hill, Penny and Nightingale, when he came on, really showed. What were your thoughts today, and who would you give your BBC Surrey man of the match to?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on those names. I thought for me, Nightingale made a difference when he came on. Calm, composed, assured, got a really good pass in him, kept things moving really nicely. He was orchestrating things from the back, so that's a really promising debut from Nightingale. And also I thought that Tetek was good in the midfield as well. He was driving things forward. But for me, my man of the match is going to Ryan Hill. I thought he was excellent in both attack and defence, showed strength on the ball, quick feet, and a good football brain as well. So that's the first time I've seen Ryan Hill, and even in that position as right wing back, you could argue that he was out of position today because he's primarily a midfielder. But on the whole, I think I'm going to give that to Ryan Hill. I thought that was an excellent display from him.
Yeah, no strong argument against that from me. Wouldn't matter if there was. The only thing I'd just question is, and I'm very impressed with his performance today, his reading of the game, his discipline, his defensive work rate, his protection of the ball, excellent, really good. I can't recall seeing much from him in an attacking aspect today, but that's to come, I'm sure, because we've seen that previously, haven't we, at Dagenham. And I'm pleased that he's got the other side of his game under his belt first. the unused shots, substitutes, go for a little warm-up. I don't think there'll be a person in this ground today who hasn't been richly entertained, who haven't been on the edge of their seats. And I'm sure Phil Parkinson too, when he does his post-match interviews, will concede that Aldershot Town played a huge part in this game. Final score, Altrincham 3, Aldershot Town 2. A reminder that Steve Gibbs and possibly an unnamed summariser will be on duty for National League Cup commentary on DAZN only, not on the BBC, on Tuesday evening. And not that anyone, I'm sure, from Aldershot Town support perspective would be interested, but I will be in Swansea, commentating on Swansea against Crawley in the EFL Cup. But good luck to the Shots on Tuesday, and listeners, God willing, I'll speak to you again next Saturday when the Shots will kick off their National League season at home against a side who will be kicking off their National League season, Boston United, who were unable to play today because they were due to play against Morecambe, who've been suspended from the first 3 games of the season, as much discussed elsewhere. Julian, it's an outgoing thought, but finally your unbeaten run as a summariser has come to an end.
It was never going to stay intact, was it, Rob, in reality? But at least if we have lost today, we put up a good showing, and we could have easily have just sort of fallen away to a poor performance, particularly after the first half. But the Shots got back in it, and they really did show some battling qualities. So if you're going to lose the game, then that's the way to lose it. And really positive signs for me in particular for the forthcoming season.
Brilliant. Thank you, Julian. I'll see you again very soon, sir. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in wherever you have around the country or around the world. I'm off to rest my voice. I didn't think it'd go this soon in the season. But what a game. What an opening game here. And frustration for the Shots. They've lost it 3-2. But I think plenty of encouraging signs for the season. Speak to you all again next Saturday. Have a good weekend all.